Hello and welcome to the Football 365 transfer gossip video thing. I think that's the order of that title. Anyway, we've got a bumper gossip this morning, so without further ado, let's get going. We start then with Harry Kane, and it's all gone a bit quiet on the Kane front the last 2 months or so, but a big report this morning suggests that Daniel Levy will allow Kane to leave for Manchester City for a snip at 160 million, and Kane will receive a contract of, I think, a 4-year contract of £400,000 a week, so some mammoth figures involved. Kane's brother, who also acts as his agent, was apparently told of Levy's decision, I think last week on Friday, and Kane told of his joy at his brother's wedding 2 days later. We can only hope that didn't form a major part of the speech. This story is going to continue to rumble on because what the story doesn't mention is whether City have agreed to meet any of those terms. So expect much more in the transfer gossip column around Kane and Man City in the next few days. And indeed, another report this morning suggests that Man City are looking to offload some players to Spurs in part exchange for Kane. I think it's the same 4 players that were mentioned previously. So it's Gabriel Jesus, Raheem Sterling, Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez. Obviously all fantastic players. But obviously the big question that no one seems to be asking in these cases is whether any of those players would want to join Spurs, which I would say is relatively important in this case. As well as possibly needing to find a replacement for Kane, Spurs have been chasing a number of centre-backs this summer. One of those names that's been consistently linked is Cristian Romero from Atalanta. Now he can play at both fullback and centre-back, something that would be useful, particularly in Nuno's system. Whether he's going to play 5 at the back, we're yet to see. The question is whether £34 million plus I think £8 million in add-ons would be enough to persuade Atalanta to part with their centre-back. Apparently a Serie A club are also keen on possibly Davinson Sanchez coming the other way, so that could be an option for Spurs. It's never really quite worked out for Sanchez in North London. On to Manchester United then and their chase of Raphael Varane. This is another Manchester United transfer saga which seems to be going on and on. Apparently there's a framework in place for a 5-year deal, and Varane is very keen to join Manchester United, according to all sources really. But apparently the two clubs are still 10 million apart in their valuation. Man United reckon about 40 million should be enough. Real Madrid say 50 million. So probably just to compromise there, guys. 45 million, get the deal done, and we can stop talking about it. And now on to Paul Pogba. We should probably make this a regular feature, seeing as he's been, I think, in every gossip video we've done so far. So welcome to the Pogba zone. Anyway, he's turned down, or reportedly turned down, a £350,000 a week contract for Manchester United, presumably because he wants more money. PSG remain interested, and United would be willing to let him leave rather than allow him to leave for free next summer. And they want about £50 million. PSG apparently won't go higher than £45 million. Again, compromise, guys. If he wants to leave, if United want to sell him, 47.5 million, get it done. Lastly, we're going to talk about the mess that is Barcelona. They need to trim the wage bill significantly, basically to afford keeping Lionel Messi. And there's 9 players that have been linked with a move away or put on the transfer shortlist. I'm going to have to look at my screen here because there's no way I'm going to be able to remember all of these. So the names mentioned are Griezmann, Coutinho, Dembele, Braithwaite, Pjanic, Longley, Neto, Emerson, and, excuse my pronunciation, Musa Wag. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct or not. They're also looking at new contracts for Piqué, Busquets, Alba, and Sergio Roberto. They don't want those players to leave, but they're offering wage cuts to those players. So again, it's not clear whether they'll be staying at the Nou Camp next year either. What a mess.